Okay, so here are the various components for the throttle position sensor. Already on the car here, you can see is the bracket, and the reason it's on the car already is because this is a car that's been running with throttle body injection for a while now, about 3 years. Normally you would put the driver nut on before the bracket, but here the bracket is already in place. It just fits right on the existing carburetor mounting bolts. It's very simple installation. Here are the main components. What we have here is a wave washer. We have one of the slotted washers that was on the driver shaft. On the throttle shaft. Your throttle shaft probably had 2 of these. We only need 1, so here's the one we're going to reuse. This is a wave washer that came with the kit. This over here is the throttle position sensor, and when I go to the back of it, you can see these teeth. There's teeth on both sides. And then this, lastly here, this is the driver nut. And as you can see, the driver nut is slotted. And the reason is the slot of the driver nut will fit over the teeth of the sensor. And that gives it a locking, turning mechanism. Now, one other thing is that inside this driver nut there is a set screw, and it is a 1/8 inch set screw. When you screw the driver nut onto the throttle shaft, you do not tighten the throttle nut down. You just get it finger tight, and then you will lock it down with the set screw that's inside here. So let's put this on, and you can see how you do your initial. Alright, so what we've got here is on the throttle shaft, here is that slotted washer I showed you before, and here's the wave washer. So we're going to get those all the way on there. Try not to lose them. Now we're going to take the driver nut, and we're going to screw the driver nut onto the end of the shaft. Now, we said before, you have to be careful. Number one, you don't strip the threads, because if you do, the throttle shaft would have to be replaced. And number two, you really want to just put this on finger tight. It doesn't need to be tightened down with a wrench. You can maybe go a little turn with it, but finger tight is really it. I mean, as you can see, I'm not turning this much at all. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to position the driver nut in an initial starting point that will ensure you don't overextend the sensor and break it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the linkage to a wide open throttle position, and then we're going to set the driver nut so that the slot is straight up and down.